First of all, I'm not an expert in fiber optics, but I know the importance of having the fiber optics in terms of standards, codes, and so on. Now, I work for a company like energy, and we know the importance of having the connectivity and reliable connectivity, and not only reliable connectivity, rather than having almost a real-time readings and real-time alerts that you need to have an action on. In addition, I used to be a part of the AI National Steering Committee and the blockchain as well, and a part of Amman Smart City group. So we know the importance of having a reliable network that can be built up for now, but it is the future for the industry and industry in particular. So, and this is the importance of having the Jordan Engineers Association in terms of the role itself, because Mr. Engineer Zaid mentioned the challenges that we have, and those challenges are on our agenda as a Jordan Engineers Associations to work them out by line. We're supposed to have in this event two main pillars. Okay, one is the Ministry of Public Works and Housing, and the Jordan National Building Council to deliver their speech on this issue. And we will have them available. I believe some of the representatives from different municipalities are already attending this session, but what is mentioned as the challenges in the page that mentioned by Engineer Zaid, this is our agenda as Jordan Engineers Association. First of all, Jordan Engineers Association is a major part, okay, and playing an aggressive role within the Jordan National Building Council. So we bought the codes and raised the issue related to the codes with the committee in order to discuss and finalize and have it enforced. The other one is the connection with the municipalities regarding how we can develop the permits and the interconnection between each other in order for resolving the issues that we might have. So we'll definitely keep in touch bases regarding the agenda in order to reach the target by having them all addressed. Now, regarding we'll go through in this presentation, not in details, because as I mentioned, I'm not an expert on that, but what we have in terms of outlook, whenever we go through the global experience in this regard, and what we should do for our own, for Jordan. Now, the pre-deployment, which is mentioned, in this. Now, this is globally what standards and what codes are available all over the globe. If we are mentioning about the US and the standard that they do have, Turkey, Singapore, China, I believe now, and you already know in this regard, they are number one all over the world in terms of having the infrastructure for 10 gigabit per second. Because if you have seen this, we are talking about China's 12 5-year plan. That means we are talking about 60 years of experience in this. And what's been achieved by China, it's amazing and something that we can share. And that's why we are having this partnership with Hواوي okay, in order to get benefits of their experience, long experience, and the technology that they are doing in this domain, so that we can reflect it in Jordan. In Singapore, there is standards that it is already there. The good thing that about the COBIF, which is talking about the space, pre-wiring, equipment room, access, maintenance, mobile facility, all those it's a must to have within the standard, so that we are talking on a comprehensive thing related to the codes. Here, as a regulations and the role of each entity, regulations about the government, investment, the government, we are having the NBN, the national NBN, okay? The standards, which is the industry alliance, planning, contractors, implementations, the contractors as well, and services. Now for the planning, what we do with Jordan Engineers Associations is related to the offices, the engineering offices that we have, and the specialty on how to design. So based on that, we are having our colleagues within the engineering offices available. Okay. The major thing is, okay, to achieve how they can design, because they will take care from engineering point of view is the design. So having that design need to be based on the codes and built up, okay, in proper. So we are talking about the planning in terms of designing, so we are talking about the engineering offices, okay? In order to do so, okay, we are having also the certifications and portfolio for the engineers that who are having what skills and who are eligible to be a designer in this regard. So we are working on this, and we are having a committee and something we can develop actually with Hواوي, okay, in order to set the standards on how we can excel this, and having specialization within the Jordan Engineers Association and the offices to be accredited and certified, okay, designers. So this is one thing. The other one is related to the engineers themselves and how they can benefits of having the certifications, so that they can work it out in Jordan and outside. About France, if we having that resident law, let me read the first paragraph. There is a network access point near to the entrance. Okay. The other one is related to the rooms. So we are talking about the standards whenever we having the outlets connected to each, whether it is room, okay, or a building, or commercial buildings, or infrastructure as well. One thing I have seen is related to building the infrastructure, regardless of the number of the operators. Sorry, we can build up one infrastructure and we can access it. Sorry. No. Sorry. Regarding the infrastructure, once we can build up one infrastructure, because it is a huge investment, building up the infrastructure. Sometimes having the infrastructure that can be accessed by the operators themselves. Now for the end user, he can select the operators using the same infrastructure. As an example, in the electrical field, if we do have if you don't have a monopoly regarding the electricity and the electrical companies, the end user can select the company that he wants to subscribe with using the same infrastructure, while in the commercial having the contract that facilitate each entity role. So this thing is addressed by the international codes, and it's good to study, okay, and to see how we can implement maybe in Jordan. About the data centers, okay, and the cabinets that we might have, we have also codes for this, the equipment rooms, okay, and data center is most probably the same. About the in buildings, okay, and the sidewalks, okay, what kind of sidewalks that it is available, and how we can get the benefits of using it within the buildings, whether it is commercial or government or else. First, distribution in the buildings, okay. It is something, if we can compare it to what we are seeing in Jordan, there is a gap that we must address. Sometimes related to the commercial, it is good implementation, but for the rest, and we are talking about the fiber to the home, we are having very issues that need to be addressed. Maybe the supervision, whenever there is a project, the supervision is also an engineering role that we can insist on in order to enforce that the implementation is as per the design. About the outlets, this is about the acceptance. What acceptance, what things that need to be checked in order to accept the implementation of any of the design that we might have or approved. Here about the codes that we have, I would let's say talk about not the main players and that having the experience. I believe we can have the experience that we have it in with China's operators through the partnership with Hواوي. But recently, I believe in Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates, they added something related to the in-building code, and they added it to the main building code to be a part, whether it is for the facilities, all kinds of facilities, whether it is hospital, commercial, and so on. So finally, this is something that we put it on the agenda, the challenges, and hopefully we can have each entity contribution on how to come up with solutions rather talking about the problems and issues. Thank you a lot.